You're live now.
Oh.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? Hey. Hold up. Check it out. Check it out. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? Uh-oh. 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 Wait a second. I'm having to slow down. Check, 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 check. Making sure that we got everything working. Hey, guys. We're back. Your host, DJ DVP, holding down. We got DJ Beatnot back on the wheels of steel, aluminum.
Mechanized steel.
Mechanized.
Wheels of mechanized steel. How about that?
Wheels of mechanized steel. Hold on. So we back. We back in business. Things are a little bit different. Hope you noticed some changes, but anyways, we're back. We were gone for 2 weeks, kind of resting or recuperating from the official DJ Games Scratch Grand Prix. Thank you for everybody who came out and supported the event. It was a success. We had a few little hiccups here and there, but shout out to DJ Frankie D for taking home the trophy. I'm glad he won the stuff, so I didn't have to bring the stuff back here. And shout out to DJ Spoon, DJ Airmark, DJ Logic. Am I forgetting anybody? DJ, or just Yogi. Shout out to all you guys for competing. Stay tuned to this channel. We have some other things coming up in the future. Some scrimmage matches and stuff, so I'll be hitting you guys up for that. So stay tuned, stay involved. But tonight we have a nice little show for you. We got a very special guest. Was able to sit down with DJ Patty Clover yesterday, get a nice little interview. We're going to air that for you tonight. Funny. So we're going to air that for you tonight a little later. But of course, all the madness that went down yesterday, last night, I'm sure everybody was checking their Facebook and seeing all the goodness coming at you from the U.S. Finals. So we're going to get into that on our normal weekly rewind after we go through these couple of messages. Of course, tonight's show, as in all our shows, are brought to you by the official DJ Games. So if you don't know what the official DJ Games is, I just say DJ, right? Official
yes,
DJ.
It is.
I was talking so fast and listening to myself, I wasn't sure what I said.
You sound marvelous, man. Let it go.
Let it go. So the official DJ Game is home of the Scratch Grand Prix. We have some other games coming out for you. It's basically the Olympics for DJs. So you missed your chance to get into the DMC this year. Breaking up. If you missed your chance to get into the DMC this year and you got to wait for next year, hopefully we'll have some other games in the interim so you can keep your skills sharp and your mind fresh. So you'll be good to go for that battle. So definitely check out the website, theofficialdjgames.com. I'm going to be posting the matches from the Scratch Grand Prix on the YouTube channel. You can, the YouTube channel is The Official DJ Games on YouTube. So we'll be posting the matches soon. So check them out. And then you can read more about how to play the game and all that good stuff. It's definitely worth a try, I think so. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and get into our weekly rewind this week. We're going to do things a little different. Since we have the interview, I want to make sure I leave ample time for it. Don't want to cut it short or anything like that. Granted, my computer doesn't stop. Kind of getting some slowdowns. Just to see what's going on with that. Uh-oh. But granted, it doesn't stop. We're going to get into the weekly rewind. So we're going to do that right now. You got an instrumental? You got some stuff you can loop or something over there?
I can loop this.
Yeah. Let's watch Beat Knock while he loops some stuff.
Not right now. Not right now.
We're just gonna watch. We're gonna watch him.
Watch me loop something.
Y'all check out the skills. Watch this.
This whole code. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's see if I got it right this time. No, I don't.
Oh, I should have told you there's an auto loop on there.
I don't do that, man. I don't DJ. I should do that like right on hand.
If you say so. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So we're gonna go. We're gonna get into our weekly rewind. Give me a second. Set this up. See what we got going on. Here we go.
Wheel up, bring it back, come rewind.
All right. In our weekly I can't say that. Weekly rewind segment. What we got on the screen, B-Not? What we got on the screen? Check that out.
Yes, we got the execution live on stage.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the DMC.
So many greats
Um,
live on stage. Also, a great being made live on stage.
you said what?
A great being made live on
Well,
stage.
well, before we get into that, I want to talk about this artwork for a second because I just had an event and I made my own artwork flyers or something. But I just wanted to stop it for a moment and show some appreciation for how dope their flyers are. Because it's a dope flyer. I like how they got the executioners in there. It's obviously as executioners showcase, but I like the colors. I like the way they just took all the various pictures and kind of mixed them together and made it look like one big table. It's just dope. Shout out to the artist. I need to find out who their artist is so I can get some tips because they got some good work. But anyways, so as everybody should know in the DJ sphere, the DMC US Finals went down last night, right?
Yes, they did.
And some things happened, right?
Yes, we have a new champion, crown new champion.
And what's so special about this crown new champion?
Crown new champion is a lady.
What?
Lady with aggressive skills. I've seen her. She's amazing. We also have some amazing DJs, lady DJs down here too, but
not this amazing yet. Not yet.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if you want to say that online right now, man.
Well, I mean, right now. Beef. Oh shoot.
Yeah, so you gotta keep it clean. Keep it clean.
No, right now, this is the lady of the hour.
Yes, this is
DJ Pearly.
Yes, she is the lady of the DMC right now. She is the queen.
The queen
of the DMC right now.
I like the pose she's making too, guys.
Hey. She's representing. She's got the gold. And she's got something else. I guess we'll touch on that.
We're gonna touch on that in a minute.
A little bit later.
We'll follow the slideshow.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out, props to her. I'm anxious to see. Well, not anxious. Well,
you are. Just say it.
I want to see her routine.
Yes.
I want to see her room.
She has to be good to be Dwells. Dwells is pretty much in it.
Wait, but Dwells won the supremacy.
He won the supremacy, but he was second.
Okay, he was still trying to win. Okay.
Still, yeah, it's all right. I still say, it might be a little team effort there, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, you mean they work together?
I think, this might be under the cover, but it's all good. Help, reach one, teach one, help one, learn one,
I know, I said, well, I went to a page, of course, to get the picture and stuff. And I watched one of her routines, and yeah, man, I mean, obviously she's dope, but I didn't see the dopeness until I watched the video. And I was like, man, she's monster dope.
She's pretty dope. Pretty dope. It's always the short people, man. Precision was a tall person, man. All you short people doing it, killing it on the time.
Is that what it is?
It is, man. It is.
It's the low center of gravity.
Low center of gravity. You don't have to slam down on the table. Y'all just like, ooh, I'm up here. It's all right. It's okay.
Shout out to everybody in the comment section if you guys still there. Tim Darling, T.O.'s in the house. I don't know. The Neo Bean. I'm sorry. I'm just stumbling on it. DD in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by, watching the show. We try to moderate and get things in. But, yeah, definitely DJ Pearly. Give her props. And then not only did she win.
Yes.
She won
something else.
She won the most coveted prize in the DJ universe.
Right now it is. Right now. The 9 is still playing with people. It's still like, hey, I'm here. No, I'm not chopped liver. But, yeah.
Well, it's only been 2 days.
It's been 2 days, but, like I was saying in pregame before we started, I read up on the 72 like a couple of months ago. It was like it slipped out. Somebody said 72, and I was asking around. A lot of people, didn't say anything about it. It's kind of like a unicorn. You say you've seen it, but, it ain't appear. But it is there. It's there. It's right there. It's right
there.
in your face.
I
and Pearly has it. You know, the little kid in me, the boy kid like, but the other person in me like, hey, she earned it.
And I was a little confused, and like we were talking about this a little bit before the show, that because there's a picture on Rain's site of like a SKB case, a locked SKB case apparently that had the mixer in there, and so from looking at that, I was thinking, well, maybe it's a first production run. My thought was, I was like, well, did she actually get it, or did they just unveil it? But obviously, I mean, apparently she got it. It's hers.
Got it. She has it.
Oh, that's thunder.
Yeah.
Rain. Sorry.
See, even God's like, ugh. He blessed her, but he's like, I'm gonna bless you, but I'm like, ugh. It's all right. It's okay. Everybody.
I mean, well,
hey, I'm not mad at all. She gets
of course.
Right now, she's touching that. She's like, ooh. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Well, immediately because I think oh man, drawing blank. Flip One.
Mm-hmm.
Flip One posted. Well, he was the one I saw posted the pictures first last night, and immediately I went to see if Rain had updated their website to have more specs, but they haven't. Of course, now DJ Works has gone. Thanks for the love, guys. I think DJ Works has gone and updated their site. Oh wait, you know what? One thing I wanted to touch on before we finish with the 72. Keep talking about it. Shout out, runner up, of course, was Dwells, and third place, Shmeez. Right, and
I know you've been harping about that gentleman.
I seen him. He's got a funny look to him, but I mean not funny as in bad, but funny as in you don't expect him to be killer dope DJ, but he is.
Think about back in the days, man. A lot of people wasn't expecting,
Swamp
or even Clever, like
right.
And they just come out there and kill it and win it and like disappear. They like ghosts now, man. You see Clever every blue moon and Swamp. You lucky if you see them.
Right.
But I'm not mad at them at all, man.
All right, so back to the 72 goodness. I just wanted to make sure I gave them their shout-outs because there was more people that, won.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Casey in the chat? Thank you, sir, for stopping by the show. All right, so let's talk about the 72. All right, so, all right, what do you think the screen does?
I'm pretty sure it's just like the screen on the, I forgot what it was I was talking
about. On the Pioneer?
Yeah.
Not the S9, but there's an older Pioneer that has a screen, right? Mm-hmm. What did that one do?
It kind of like showed way past. It showed a little bit of it was. I guess it was a bigger font. You could see everything clearer. Cause that is basically the S9's competition. I don't know if they're gonna price it in the same range as the S9, because the S9 was still cheaper than the 62. The 62 was still.
Well, the S9 is like $1,600.
Yeah, but the 62 was like 19, wasn't it? It's always been 19 to me.
I thought they were about the same price, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm always. That's why I come over here and get on here, because I can play with the 62, because I'm still sick 57.
Tio said the DJM 909, that mixer. So you guys in the chat, what did the 909? What did they show on the screen? I guess I could Google it, but I wasn't familiar with it. When I saw the screen, first thing that I popped into my head, which I knew wouldn't be correct, was that it was like a chaos pad from some of those other. That'd be like, woo! You'd be drawing patterns on your. I knew it wasn't, but that was the first thing I thought. The colors, I think. All right, let's talk about and again, most of you guys have seen it, but for some of you DJs out there who may run across this video a little bit late, DJ Works has a great article that they've already written about it, kind of speculating on the features. Of course, Rain hasn't officially released the features as far as from the last time I checked out their website. It's still not listed on there. Rain.
It's probably they probably just released it for the battle. You know, because they gotta probably have a sponsor, and what the heck of a sponsor to have if you have, you know, not a sponsor, but a spokesperson. What the heck, you know, you got.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's like out the park right there with that type of sponsor. Man, I don't know, man. Rain might be coming back after the Pioneer.
Well, of course, you know. I mean, there's room for competition, and
Yeah.
competition is good in there.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna. I was gonna try to, but if you want to speculate about the different buttons, DJ Works has the great article. But of course, you see the performance pads. They got the little knob of fader things, the little flip faders for the effects. And I can't get into the rest of it. I know they have like 2 mics. Why do they have 2 mics?
Well, a lot of, you know, this is not only is a battle, but it's like an all-purpose mixer. It's got to replace, what was that, the other Rain that they kind of pushed out? They kind of faded it out. It was like the 62, but it was bigger.
The 64?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 64.
They kind of faded that out. You notice they faded that out, and as soon as they faded that out, the S9 came into mix. So it was kind of like, okay, we got to see what these guys are coming out with. And that's their answer to that.
All right.
Because Rain being bought by somebody else, you know, everybody.
Well, they've already been purchased.
Freaking out, you know. So Rain said, okay, we got something for you.
Yeah, I seen a post or two about their new what did it say, employment situations. But yeah, so I mean that's that good old Rain goodness. The question is, how many? I seen a few people make posts, but how many of you guys are selling your 62s so you can try to go out and save up for this thing? And let me just say, I'm in need of a 62. So if you're selling one,
I'm definitely in need of a 62. If y'all can sell it at a modest price.
Yeah, sure.
Modest price. I will bodyguard for like 2 days for that.
Bodyguard.
I just, like, you know, whatever it takes. Assassin work if you need it, you know. Maybe like a cat or a dog or a rat or something. But I ain't doing I ain't taking out no people. But get back to what we were saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Tio in the chat, he said the dual mics work good for like attaching like an MPC. That's what he said. But you got a session in. Why would you use a microphone to? But I don't have one, so I'm taking you guys at your word. Yeah, but like I said, if you're looking to sell, if your 62 is suddenly going to be on the market, drop me a line because I may need to get it. I'm still going forward with the DJ game, so we'll use the 62s for now until we can upgrade. All right, so again, we won't speculate on the too much on the
mysterious woman in the windowsill, the Rain. We ain't gonna speculate too much on her.
Tio said the screen will display waveforms with the USB compatible turntables.
I knew it. I was like trying to figure if they was gonna do that. So
you're saying you a turntable that has instead of having RCA's just USB outs?
You gotta think I guess Rain is trying to take, not trying to, but and having an answer for the machine, Native Instruments, Mixars, mixer, and the S9. So it's kind of like coming out all guns blazing on this situation.
Right, but you're saying they're going to do turntables too?
They probably will.
Tio said about $18.99. That's what he thinks. $18.99 for the mixer.
That seems reasonable.
So yeah, I'll give you $800 tomorrow for your Rain 62.
Yeah, a quarter of the way there to get this new mixer.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll
third. I mean, excuse me.
So who's gonna let go of their S9 though?
Ain't nobody crazy. Just like that lady said, ain't nobody got time for that. We trying to somebody, you know, some people are trying to, you know, have all of them. They're not gonna
Right. Well, I hope you got a place to live. All right, so thank you guys for your input in the chat. Definitely, if you're new to the channel, you're new to the show, the DJ News, we do it we try to do it every Sunday from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Your host, DJ DBP, Beat Knock holding it down. We try to cover things in the DJ News. There's also some things we're not going to cover tonight that I watched last week. Denon, the Denon new hardware. DJ City, Mojax has a great review on that. If you like media players, it's dope. I like it. I'm not going to get it right now, but if you like spending a lot of money, the Denon stuff is great. Of course, we saw there's some dope videos. Shout out to JC and his Keith Sweat. Was it Keith Sweat? Did you see that video? That was dope.
It is.
That was dope. I wanted to put it on here, but I didn't. We were gonna run out of time. We're about to get to the interview in a minute. Shout out to of course, checking out what's his name, K Swift. With his, I don't know why he's wearing the mask, but he's a tough one too. I mean, there's a lot of dope DJs, like really
coming out the woodworks, man, just like guitar players.
Like guitar players. You ever heard of Buckethead?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. I like, I like bass. So that was really cool. All right. So we got that. All right. So we're gonna get into this interview. I wanna make sure we got plenty of time for this interview. Yesterday I was able to sit down, not physically sit down, but virtually sit down with DJ Patty Clover. Especially now that we got a woman, the USDMC final. I wish it had happened before our interview so I could have heard her talk about it. Unfortunately, it happened after our interview, so we didn't talk about that thing. But I'd definitely like to catch her thoughts about it afterwards. So, anyways, without too much further ado, we want to make sure we get this going. We're going to listen to the interview that we had yesterday. All right, y'all. We'll be back after the interview, so stick around, and we'll be in the chat while it's going on. Let me make sure this stuff is queued right. All right, take us away.
People, here I come with the crazy style.
What's up, folks? It's your homie DJ DBP bringing you another episode of the DJ News. Bringing you another episode of the DJ News. And I'm joined tonight with a special guest, very special guest DJ, DJ Patty Clover.
Hello, you guys.
Yeah, man. So she was so nice. Thank you so much for taking this opportunity to interview with me tonight, or to be a guest interview on the show. How are you today?
I'm very well. It's good weather, kind of hot, but it's good. It's good so far.
And you reign or reside in what part of California?
In Los Angeles, Southern California.
DJ scene's pretty big out there, right?
It is. There's a lot of competition, a lot of good players on the game, and it's good. It's good. The competition's good, so it makes me strive to do better.
Bet. So, let me just ask you this: how's the female DJing scene growing out there? Is it big? How is it?
Yes, the scene it's growing. Within these past 5 years, it has, to me, it seems like it's grown by like 70%. There's a lot of females from young to old that are all getting into the game, whether it's pure vinyl or Serato or type of what do you call those?
Like the push and the beat machine, the drum machines.
The drum machine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's growing a lot, which is good.
Why do you think that is?
I believe because back in the day, you had to carry crates, you had to carry all this equipment, so it was really hard for a lot of people to carry so much weight. And now, since everything is portable, it's easier to take on a gig compared to back then. That's why I think one of the reasons are. The second, it's a hot thing right now. It's like being a rock star in a way, so
yeah.
It's a good outlet to perform on.
Now,
And
I know of you, and maybe many of the viewers may know of you from the DMC scene, from battling. But you do regular gigs and stuff, right? Or you do regular DJ gigs?
I do performances for different shows, such as Be Real and the B-side show. And I go to Orange County, to Oxnard, and perform a few shows out there, 5-minute set or 10-minute set. And I do a lot of home videos. And whenever there's a battle, I try to take on as many as I can.
Okay. Okay. Well, I got some questions for you. I'm going to go ahead and ask you those. All right. So my first question for you is, how long have you been DJing and what inspired you to start?
I've been DJing for 5 years already. I started in January 2012, and what inspired me was music, mainly house music. And
Really?
It's from DJs. I know it's kind of, a lot of these hip hop heads, they're like, what? House music? But you're a scratch DJ. And I'm like, I know, but I didn't know about it back then. I started hearing house music at a very young age. And I got inspired by these DJs such as Tiesto, his earlier work of what
Right.
he's done, Latin America, and Paul Van Dyke, Paul Oakenfield, Pete Tong. I really loved how they put these songs together and made a story out of it, and I wanted to do the same. So I took classes at Astro ABL here in Glendale, and I got introduced to turntablism by my instructor. And that's where my journey began, with scratching and beat juggling and battles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, only 5 years. That's pretty impressive for only 5 years.
Thank you.
How go ahead.
I was a hermit. I kept practicing every day over at the studio. And they told me, my instructor told me, look, you can take a class here and you can practice as long as this place is open. So I took it as, I'm going to do it every single day because I want to get better. I don't want to fail at these battles. I want to make a good presentation. So I kept grinding at it. And yeah.
So how long did you grind at it there at the school? Well, let me ask you this. Did you have your own home setup when you were doing it then?
At first I didn't, which is why I started going over there a lot. I took advantage as much as I can before anything happened. Before they say like, hey, you can't practice here anymore, which never happened, but I used to have that fear in my head. So eventually I got turntables, these two techniques, like 2 years after, and I started getting sponsored 3 years after with the Rain Mixer. And then recently, this past year, I got this Pioneer, and yeah, I started practicing at home 2 years ago, but before that I was always in Astro practicing there from like, they open at 10 a.m. I would get there around 11 a.m. and I would leave until they closed at 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You were straight dedicated to the craft. You really wanted to learn that.
Yeah, I really loved it, but I had school at the same time, so I would share some days off. And then when I didn't have school, I went over there. I took the bus at first, and I eventually got my car, and
Wow.
decided.
Priorities. So, with that being said, okay, let me ask you this. The next question is, so is the scratching aspect of DJing what you focus on the most now?
Yeah, it is. I take it as a meditation. It feels good when I scratch. It takes me out of this world, and I see that I can get better at it, and I continue to practice because I get more tricks out of it, and plus the audience loves it, so I just keep going with it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So right now, are you like your practice regimen that you do daily or weekly? Is it mostly scratching, or are you still mixing, or?
No, I do beat juggling. I do a lot of scratching, but I try to do beat juggling and song selection. Currently, I've been making a lot of sets to prepare for next year and any other future battles. But I look forward into getting to Red Bull 3 style and DMC as well. That's why I keep scratching a lot. But I want to be more creative other than just scratching. Because, I mean, there's just so much scratching you can do in a video. I want to different acts. The creativity.
Did you submit to the Red Bull 3 style this year?
No, I did not. I had a lot of things going on. All I could do was the DMC. But even though I was burnt out, I felt so bad. Like, man, I could have done better. But next year, I'm sure I'm gonna do both.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, talking about battles, how many actual DJ battles have you been in, and what do you think about your experiences?
I've been in around like 6 to 10 battles, and out of all that, I've learned that I have to prepare in advance. Like the latest I can prepare is a month in advance. If I prepare a week, oh no, it's not gonna happen. But I've also learned that there's technical issues in almost every battle I get into, so it helps me a lot to know what doesn't work and what does. So if something's not working right before I go on, I know what it is because of previous experiences. So that helps out a lot.
What's an example of one of those?
It could be an RCA, it's not plugged in right, or it could be the needle, it's not attached right, or sometimes I have to blow into the tone arm to get all the dirt off, or it could be that the cue is switched to a line instead of phono. So if I use bind, I have to switch it to phono, and sometimes it could be even the laptop. The last time the laptop, it wasn't in my case, but for someone else, it wasn't working. And the reason why is because the Pioneer had to be restarted. You had to turn off the laptop, turn it back on for it to work. And it just wouldn't work with it on. It's those types of glitches that really like ruin your day. So I've learned that throughout the past that like, okay, if it's not this, it's that. If it's not that, it's a new thing.
Right.
So it helps. These battles, it helps.
Yeah, yeah. I've had my share of technical issues in the heat of getting on stage and getting ready to battle. So I know what you're talking about.
The worst feeling.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and it can totally knock you out of your game. All right, so.
I had it.
All right, so let me ask you this, and this is kind of being that you're a dope female DJ, and all, you know, what is it like for female DJs in the scene, and are you treated with mutual respect, or does the fact that you're a female surpass your skills on the deck?
No, well, in my experience being a female DJ, when I'm out there, it's mutual respect. These guys, they come up to me and, you know, they encourage me to do better, and they remind me like, hey, there's not a lot of females in the DJ scene. You're doing a good job. So person to person, they're very nice. But online, it could be a different story. Sometimes it's always online, never person to person. Sometimes I get rude comments based on feminine parts, But other than that, it's pretty good. It's,
Yeah, you get those online anonymous trolls that try to. Yeah. It's a shame.
Sometimes I feel like it's just one person. All those trolls lead up to one person. I don't know why. The feeling is there's one person out there making so many different accounts, making it look like so many people, but it's really one troll.
Yeah, I agree. I get comments either. I mean, as well sometimes. You know, I guess anybody can get comments.
Yeah.
It's kind of whack.
It is whack, but they're not doing anything. They're just on the computer typing away. They're not really making anything of their life, so it's their loss.
Right. True that. And then if what they're saying isn't true anyway, it's like, well, no sweat, right?
Yeah.
So
they don't want to go to the battle.
yeah. It's like, bring your skills to the battle, homie. So, do you see the number of female DJs growing by large amounts in the near future?
I do, because these children, there's a large population coming up, and I'm sure with their parents and the children, it's gonna be a lot more female DJs.
How close are you guys to the Beat Junkies Institute?
Oh, I'm very close. I'm like 15 minutes away by drive.
Oh.
So it's a good distance.
Yeah.
If there's a free session, then I'm heading over there. But for now, they have only membership. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until they have a free session for everyone.
Oh, wow.
But it's nice. It's really nice. They have good hardwood floors, a lot of space, different decks to go on. They have an octagon. They have like 8 turntables set up, I believe. But it's nice in there, and the Beat Junkies, they're very nice too.
Shout out to the Beat Junkies. I love their little classes, the little videos they put up of their classes. And I see a lot of boys, girls, a lot of children in there, of course. So really looking forward to that.
The first places, the parking is kind of hard, but eventually you'll find parking. Hopefully you find parking. It is hard to find parking there, though.
Oh.
But it's hard, because on the other side, there's no parking. It's train tracks. But on their side, it's like 30-minute parking, or you would have to park on the residential area, and usually that place is packed all day.
So you should just kind of carpool or walk over, or park way out and walk.
But, I mean, if you find parking close by, it's better. I like to cruise around until someone pulls out. I don't like to walk too far because it's hot. And once you get into the Beat Junkies, when I was there, they didn't have air conditioning, so it's hot.
Oh, wow.
You're sweating. Well, they probably have it now, but back when I was there, they didn't have it yet. That's
okay.
Try to do stuff when you're here in Southern California. You don't want to be when you meet them, shake their hand, you're like water falling.
Yeah. She was cool, but she was so sweaty. I don't know what the deal was.
Like, shake her hand again.
I've been to LA once, I think. Wait a second. I think it was LA once. But that was way back in '93. So it was a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it in the winter?
It was January. Yeah, it was December, January.
Oh, okay. It gets pretty cold out here. Since I've been living out here for so long, some people are like, "No, that's not cold at all." But to me, it's cold. But I guess it's good weather. But yeah, it's good to come in the winter.
Okay.
You don't see much. Summer is really bad.
Okay. Yeah. Point taken. Tickets for the winter. So let me ask you this. Going back to scratching now. What scratch is your favorite? What's your favorite scratch?
It would be the Orbit. That was one of my first scratches. It's like a slingshot for me on the fader. It feels good. So
is that your like trademark cut whenever we see?
Yeah, whenever you see me scratching, I'm either doing the Orbit, the crab, or Orbit crab. Yeah, the Orban and the Crab, yeah. Those are fastest scratches. I like doing constantly. I try to break away with it with stabs and 2-click flares.
Yeah.
Or the other names. I don't know what the other names are, but I do them anyway.
Let me ask you, following up with that question, which scratch is the hardest for you?
The stabs.
Really?
I started the stabs like a year ago, and it's just a lot of precision, a lot of work to do to enhance your speed. It takes a long time, longer than the crab. At first it was the crab, but the stabs are taking a long time. So it would have to be the stabs. It's so simple to do, but it's so hard to reach that speed that you want. So
well, are you doing any? Because I think most of it is like muscle memory, muscle training, like far as stabs and stuff. And I know one person. Whenever we talk about stab, a person who immediately comes to mind is Shortcut.
Shortcut?
Yeah. Because you know, he's always doing those stabs with his up faders and stuff. So, anyways.
Yeah, with the up fader. I like it with the up fader. I think I do the sounds better with the up fader than the cross fader.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's a different feel, but I like it.
Yeah. It's a good practice. If you want to challenge yourself, it's the stabs. You're going to take a while on that. And of course the crowds too. A lot of people, they like doing 2-finger clicks instead of 3.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I can faster with 2-finger. But if you want to make it sound a lot faster, you go with 3. In my opinion, though.
Right.
Well,
no, that's fair. So, let me ask you this, and this kind of goes back to your DJing career, whether it's battling or doing gigs. What's been your worst experience so far in your DJ career?
that would have to be one gig I did in Hollywood for an artist. I forgot my Serato vinyl, and there were no other DJs in the building. So there's 2 things I could do. Go all the way back home and come really late back to the gig, or just not do the gig at all. So I thought, like, I don't want neither of those options. I was calling up my friends, and eventually one of my friends came through and he dropped off his Serato vinyl. And never again will I leave the house without Serato vinyl. I got everything else except that, and that's the only thing I can play with. I can't go in internal mode without it.
Oh, wow.
Not good. But every other gig and before.
So
that.
So the opposite of that or whatever, what would be your best experience that you've had so far?
My best experience would have to be Astros Across the Fader battle in 2013 at Saddle Ranch by Universal City Walk. That was amazing because when I got on, there was more than 100 people in the room, and a lot of them were drunk. And you know how drunk people are? They go along with the sound, everything. So when my first song I started playing was by the Fugees, Killing Me Softly. I started singing that song in the very first part, and everyone started singing with me, and it was such it was beautiful. Everyone was singing with me. I just felt all their energy, and I just want more of that later on.
That remind you of like I was kind of into TSO as well, but like I watched some of the old videos. I'm not sure if it's him DJing at the Olympics, but some of his old concert videos, and then you see those parts where, I mean, he's got the whole crowd, this big not even auditorium, this big stadium full of people, and they're just like, yeah, and they go wild. It's pretty amazing. I can only imagine what that would feel like.
It's amazing. I got a piece of it, a little piece of it, but like 1,000 more, oh my god. I would blow my mind right there. That's too much. I'd be like, wow. I'll stop whatever I'm doing just to watch what's going on.
Yeah, really. Amazing adrenaline rush.
Uh-huh.
So was. Yeah, so...
I'll through that one day. You haven't went through that at all?
I've had a few little moments way back when I used to DJ in college. Matter of fact, but you're right about that song, Killing Me Softly. I mean, we've played that before, and, you know, you get to whichever part, and everybody will sing along, and yeah, that's dope. So I've had a little piece of that myself.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But I go ahead.
You need to feel that before you leave this planet. You need to feel that little adrenaline rush of everyone with you.
True that. I'll put that on my bucket list. So, you know, I sent you a video, but just recently, I think last week, we actually had an event. I hosted an event, the official DJ Games, which is what I created, but I hosted an event called the Scratch Grand Prix, and we had it last Saturday, and I believe I sent you sent you a clip of it. So, were you able to check it out? And then what did you think about it?
It was of the two guys, right?
Yeah.
Scratching against each other. I thought it was really cool. It's different. A boxing ring, and you have the referee. That was a lot of good work that you did. It's normally different battles. They just like tell you, okay, get on this deck, get on that deck, but you have a whole display of all this stuff going on. It was really nice, a presentation, and how much dedication into it.
We have there was, how many matches were there? I don't know, 7 or 8 matches. I can't remember, but I'm gonna go and cut each one out and make them available on YouTube, because the whole event is on the Facebook page, but it's like 3 hours long, and it's kind of the first time you can watch it sometimes, but it kind of drags in certain, it gets slow in certain spots. So I'm gonna go back, chop out the matches themselves, and put them up on YouTube so everybody can watch them, especially the DJs who competed. But I basically designed a game, or came up with the game, to do something a little different than your regular Scratch battles, and kind of level the playing field, so to speak, between DJs of different skill levels. You know, you got your I don't know. Of course, you got your Cuberts, your Dopez's, your Swiss Styles, your Flip Flops. You got all them. It's Flip Flops, right?
Yeah,
Flip Flop.
Yeah, he's good on the stabs. I want to stab like him.
Yeah. So you got those guys, and then you have, you know, different level DJs that maybe don't. Go ahead.
Intermediate and beginner.
Yeah, and so the games, because it has a rule set that you have to follow, I think it kind of levels the playing field a little bit. Because if you just do like a regular Scratch battle where you got 8 bars and 8 bars, I mean, the little guy, little girl, I mean, they don't have any. Yeah. It's like, you know, they may not be able to compete. But with the Scratch Grand Prix, because of the rules, and basically there's 2 rules you need to know. You can't use the same scratch sample as the previous DJ or your other DJ, and you can't scratch out of turn. So if they're cutting, you can't make any noise. Those are the main 2 things you need to know.
Yeah.
But because you can't use the same sample, you can, for some of the more advanced DJs, if you start first, you can take away like the and the fresh, and make them, since they're more advanced, make them scratch on the phrases or something like that. Which if they're good enough, it's not really going to matter. But if they haven't put that kind of work in, they may kind of give you an edge.
What if they've been practicing with only the ahs and freshes all their life, and you put them on that? That's a challenge.
Exactly. And so the game is designed to break people out of that. Because a lot of DJs, because, you know, you go watch portableism, you go on my Instagram feed, and there's nothing but videos of people on portables, which is cool. But you got so many on or fresh, which I understand those are long sounds, and you can do a lot of techniques on it. It's good to practice on, but at the same time, you neglect a whole bunch of phrasing.
Yeah, that's true. And
there's a lot to be learned or done doing phrasing as well.
Yeah, you have more. You can do more with it than just because I mean you've heard it so many times that aren't fresh, it gets boring after a while. And with music, like Linkin Park, Mr. Han, he doesn't only use fresh, he uses other, like what you said, phrases.
Yeah.
And it makes it much more exciting to hear. So I agree with you. I do the same thing too. I try to step away from I use a lot of to, like what you said. It gives you a lot of technique, a lot of room to make different techniques. But then again, it limits you from the different phrases, what you can do with them. So that is good that you eliminate that from the DJs that are so used to it.
and I got some pushback from the DJs who signed up and competed. You know, a lot of them were worried about that. But even if you go back and watch the footage once I upload all of it or whatever, you'll see that even they wind up using a lot of samples other than On Fresh, just because they were concerned that they may not have it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you never know until you try. You keep trying, and then you have it.
Right. So, with that being said, would you want to compete in something like that?
I would. I would say, like, I'm not ready, but then again, I'll never be ready. You know, I keep telling myself I'm not ready, but yeah, I would. It's just, I'm going to Atlanta. I don't know when that will happen.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of hard for me on that point.
Well,
but
the ultimate goal is that, you know, once I get all the rules and all the information set up on the website, that anybody can host a local event playing the same rules. So that way everybody can get used to the rule set. So you don't necessarily have to come to Atlanta to play. It's just eventually we'll hold a huge tournament, a really large tournament. And that way people who have been playing all over the U.S. can come and battle it out together. So
like DMC? The online DMC?
Yeah.
Except you reach the finals, you actually go to a place.
Say what?
Because once you reach the finals, you actually go to a place. Because on DMC online, I don't think you go to a place when you reach the finals. I think it's just online, right?
I think if you win all the rounds in the online, they fly you out to. I think you wind up going to London.
Oh, they do? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because I entered one. I think maybe last year or the year before or something. I entered one, and so I read through the rules. But I think you get the option of competing in the actual event in London, or you get the option of doing an exhibition.
Yeah, they have the supremacy, or they have the 5 minute. They have 2 minute or 5 minute, right? And then they have the online. So it's all three of them. They go to the finals, right? From what you heard.
I think so.
Too.
I think all the ones in the finals are 5 minutes. I need to look at that. I'm probably telling the wrong information. Let me not get the information all messed up.
No, I'm probably wrong too. So I shouldn't say anything. Chris is gonna be like, everyone goes to the finals and be like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Christy Z. He's holding it down with the DMC. So with that being said, let me so we can kind of wrap up. But I do want to say, is there any final thoughts that you have to say to the DJ world? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, if you're a DJ or you're wanting to be a DJ, you keep practicing and you take it slow on your practice. Don't try to be like the other person, like, oh, that person can do it at this speed, let me try to do it at this speed. No, you gotta take it slow. It's like practicing Kung Fu. And don't get discouraged because you're not where you're at that point where you wanted to be. You never know what can happen the next month or the next year. You can be somewhere where you've never imagined you'd be in a better state. So don't give up. Just do your own thing and enjoy life at the same time.
Nice. Good advice from DJ Patty Clover. Thank you so much for interviewing with us today.
Thank you. This was fun.
So, why don't you tell the viewers where they can find you or follow you on the internet?
You can follow me on my YouTube page, my Facebook, and my Instagram. They're all Patty Clover. It's PATTYCLOVER. So it's like 4-leaf clover. And yeah, it's just those links for right now. My website is Patty Clover, but I haven't been on that for a while. I'm gonna update it soon. But yeah, if you ever want to see my videos, the best place would be, I put a lot on Instagram. My second would be the Facebook. My third would be the YouTube. I'm working on YouTube right now.
Oh, really? I didn't realize YouTube was the third in line.
Oh yeah, I know. I like it a lot. I like it a lot on YouTube. It's because Instagram I could upload really quick. YouTube I have to wait like an hour until it finishes uploading.
Oh
Same
wow.
as, yeah, I have a really slow processor. That's my main goal too.
How many views you got in your last video? Last time you checked on YouTube.
On which platform?
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Oh, I got like 230 views, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that much on YouTube. They're probably lazy like how I am getting on YouTube.
All right, y'all
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
that, folks? Y'all need to go check
Yeah.
out Patty Clover's YouTube channel. Pump up that video.
Subscribe. Yeah, I gotta work on that. I started YouTube a couple years ago, but I've been really slow at it. As for Facebook, I got a good amount of views, and Instagram the same as well. But yeah, subscribe, like, if you like to see my stuff. If you like to see more different creativity, let me know in the message or in the comments. I do better in the comments than the messages. I'm kind of slacking on messages.
you need a team.
Huh? I need a team. I need a team to tell me get to work. Get to work on the social media. I'm like, no, I just want to practice.
Oh wow.
Practice and practice. I was like, oh, I gotta go on the platforms. I gotta interact with the people, which I like. I enjoy when I'm on it. It's just me getting on it is the hard part.
Cool. Well, thank you again. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. How did you come up with your name, your DJ name?
Oh, that's a funny story. When I was at Ashtray VL, my first year, there was an employee who told me, why don't you call yourself Patty Cakes? And I'm like, no, I don't want to be named after a cupcake or something. And he mentioned these other names, and then he mentioned Patty Clover. And I thought, like, well, Clover with the C is connected to my last name. The color is my gemstone, and it's a lucky way of life. So I'm like, okay, it all ties into one. So why not Patty Clover? At first, I was kind of fishy on it, and I just got used to it. Everyone kept giving me other nicknames. I'm like, no, I'm sticking to Patty Clover. Don't tell me to switch my name. I'm sticking to Patty Clover. And so that's how it ended up, just Patty Clover.
Oh wow. Dope. Yeah, my DJ name is just my initials, so.
That's cool too. It sounds cool. The initials. I mean, if I put my initials PC, everyone's gonna be thinking of a computer. So I was like, nope. I can't do that.
Cool. All right. Whoa. Oh, I forgot. I don't have the thing. Okay, now I can hear myself. Yo, again, thank you very much to Patty Clover to interviewing with me on yesterday. Dope. And I the answer to some of you guys' questions in the chat, it was early yesterday or yesterday evening, so Pearly hadn't created history or done history yet, so I would have loved to ask her about it and what she thought, and even she's met her or know her, but I guess I'll save that for another interview with someone else. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. A little bit different. We'll try to do interviews with different DJs from time to time and have guest DJs and just other stuff. Just talk about the DJ news. So I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to take it out, DJ Beat Knock and I, and hopefully we'll see you again next Sunday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. Let me set this thing up. Here we go. All right, take us out.